The modern world has convinced men that the primary bridge between them and the women they desire is built of gold, paper, and digital currency. We are told that if we have the right car, the right zip code, and the right watch, the doors to romantic fulfillment will swing wide. But if you look closely at the landscape of modern dating, you see a paradox. Men who have everything on paper, yet remain energetically invisible, and men with very little who command a room the moment they walk in. This brings us to a controversial, ancient, yet resurging practice, semen retention, SR. The core premise here isn't just about biological preservation. It is about the fundamental shift from being a man who buys attention to a man who radiates it. Because, at a primal level, women don't need your money. They need your energy. Before words are spoken, before gifts are exchanged, before status is revealed, energy is already communicating. Humans are energetic beings. We feel presence before we understand logic. A man who is calm, grounded, focused, and internally ordered carries a frequency that is felt immediately. Women are especially attuned to this, not because they are mystical creatures, but because biology and intuition are deeply intertwined. Semen retention, at its core, is about conservation and refinement of life force. Across ancient traditions, from Taoism to Hinduism to early Greek thought, sexual energy was seen as creative energy. When constantly leaked without intention, it weakens vitality. When preserved and circulated consciously, it strengthens presence. This presence is what women feel as masculine gravity. Not loudness, not flashiness, gravity. Money can impress. Energy inspires trust, desire, and safety. A man with money but depleted energy often feels anxious, restless, and hollow. He overcompensates with spending, talking, and proving. Women may enjoy the benefits he provides, but they rarely surrender emotionally to him. There is always an undercurrent of unease because something is missing. A man with strong energy, even without excess wealth, moves differently. His words land with weight. His silence is comfortable. He does not rush to impress because he knows who he is. Women sense this and relax around him. They feel seen, grounded, and drawn in, not because he is trying, but because he is. This is why you will see men with modest means who are deeply respected, loved, and desired, while some wealthy men remain perpetually lonely. Energy cannot be faked. It must be cultivated. Let's strip away superstition and exaggeration. Semen retention does not make you magical overnight. Growth is not instant, but it is inevitable when discipline is consistent. When a man stops compulsively releasing, several things happen over time. Mental clarity increases, brain fog lifts, focus sharpens. Emotional stability improves, less irritability, more calm confidence. Physical vitality strengthens, posture, voice, and eye contact shift. Self-respect deepens. Discipline builds internal authority. This internal authority is critical. Women are not attracted to men who seek validation from them. They're drawn to men who are already validated by their own standards. Retention supports this by forcing a man to confront his impulses instead of being ruled by them. A man who controls his sexual energy controls his reactions. And a man who controls his reactions feels safe to be around. Why women don't need your money? This does not mean money is irrelevant. It means money is secondary. Most women can earn their own money today. What they cannot easily find is a man with emotional containment, direction, integrity, presence, purpose. Money does not provide these. Energy does. A woman may appreciate your generosity, but she bonds to how you make her feel. Does she feel calm around you, inspired, protected, expanded? Or does she feel managed, bought, or subtly indebted? When money is used to replace energy, it creates imbalance. The man becomes anxious about losing her. The woman feels pressure rather than attraction. Desire fades because polarity disappears. True masculine energy gives without attachment. It leads without control. It provides without insecurity. Sexual polarity thrives on contrast, grounded presence meeting receptive flow. When a man constantly drains his sexual energy, he becomes scattered. He seeks stimulation instead of building tension. Attraction, however, is built on contained intensity. Semen retention teaches containment, not suppression, containment. You still feel desire, but you do not let it own you. This creates a subtle tension in your body and nervous system. Women feel this as magnetism. They may not know why they are drawn to you, but they are. This is why many men practicing retention report increased attention without trying. They speak less, yet are heard more. They move slower, yet command space. Energy becomes coherent. Many men confuse being a provider with being a leader. Providing resources is easy. Leading energy is rare. A leader sets emotional tone. He brings stability during chaos. He does not collapse when challenged. He does not beg for approval. Women do not want to be managed. They want to be anchored. Retention supports leadership because it strengthens the nervous system. A man who is not leaking his vitality becomes harder to shake. He listens without losing center. He desires without desperation. This is the kind of man women trust, not because he pays, but because he stands firm. When a relationship is built primarily on money, it becomes transactional. Transactional bonds are fragile. The moment the transaction feels unbalanced, resentment grows. Energy-based attraction, however, is resilient. It survives hardship, stress, and change. Why? Because it is rooted in character, not circumstance. A woman may enjoy what you give her, but she commits to who you are. Retention encourages men to invest inward before investing outward, to become valuable instead of trying to appear valuable. This shift changes everything. There is a specific kind of confidence that does not announce itself. It is not cocky. It is not performative. It is quiet certainty. This confidence comes from self-mastery. A man who can delay gratification radiates strength. A man who can sit with desire without collapsing into it sends a clear signal. I am not weak. Women respond to this at a primal level. It suggests reliability, protection, and maturity. You cannot buy this signal. You must become it. Energy is the currency of intimacy. Intimacy is not built with money. It is built with attention, presence, and emotional safety. When a man's energy is scattered through constant release, distraction, and overstimulation, he struggles to be truly present. Retention helps reclaim attention. Attention is energy. When you give a woman undivided presence, calm eyes, grounded listening, unhurried responses, she feels valued in a way money cannot replicate. This is rare in a world of noise. From spending to becoming. The deeper lesson of semen retention is not about sex. It is about self-respect. A man who respects his energy does not waste it on lust, on validation, or on empty proving. He builds. He sharpens. He becomes. Women sense this trajectory. They are drawn not just to where you are, but to where you are clearly going. Money shows what you have. Energy shows who you are becoming. Women do not need your money to feel safe, inspired, or attracted. They need your presence, your direction, and your contained strength. You are leaking power and teaches you to hold it. Over time, this reshapes how you walk, speak, and relate. When your energy is solid, money becomes a tool, not a crutch. When your energy is strong, attraction becomes natural, not forced. When your energy is mastered, respect follows, quietly, inevitably. Guard your life force. Refine your presence. Become the man whose energy speaks before his wallet ever has to. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and share the video.